Good morning everyone. I am Sharmila working as faculty of computers in Sanju College of Arts and Sciences. Welcome to the online classes of open source software for 6th sem. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on Perl Unit 5 Part 2 Section 13. Today topics are variables, data types, statements. Okay. First topic is Perl variables. A variable is a place to store values. They can be manipulated through the program. When variables are created, they reserve some memory space. There are three types of variables. Scalar defined by $symbol, array defined by @, hashes defined by modulo symbol. Okay. Next, Perl language, a variable is identified with a name and a value is assigned to it. This can be written as, if you look at this, variable name equal to value. This is the syntax for variable declaration. Variable declaration ending semicolon is declared. Okay. A variable name starts with a special characters, that is $symbol, @ modulo. That means if you look at this example, in variable declaration starting $symbol is used. $symbol or @ symbol or modulo symbol. The equal sign equal is used to assign values to the variable. At the left of equal is the variable name and on the right it is the value of the variable. Okay, equal is the assign symbol. In variable declaration starting $symbol, next variable name equal to value. Value is ABC. This is a character data. So data type declared in char. Okay, next value is 10. 10 is the number data. So data type declared in integer or any variable. Okay, so this is the example for variable declaration. Next, Perl data types. There are basically three data types in Perl: scalars, arrays, hashes. First, scalars. Perl scalar are a single data item. They are simple variables preceded by a $sign. A scalar can be a number, a reference or a string. Okay. Scalar data types are a single data item. In variable declaration starting $symbol is used. In arrays variable declaration, starting @ symbol is used. If you look at this, arrays, Perl arrays are an ordered list of scalars. They are preceded by @ sign and accessed by their index number which starts with 0. In array declaration, index is 0. Starting index is 0 and variable declaration in arrays are starting @ symbol is used. Next, hashes. Perl hashes are an unordered collection of key value pairs. They are preceded by modulo sign and accessed using keys. So these are the Perl data types. Next, Perl literals. In Perl there are two different types of scalar constant: numeric literals and string literals. First, numeric literals. Perl numeric literals are numbers. Perl stores number internally as either signed integers or floating point value. First, integer data. Integer data is 456 is the integer data. So variable declaration number equal to 456. In variable declaration starting $symbol is used. So ending semicolon is declared. Okay. Next, float. Float is a point values. So $symbol number equal to 18.62. 18.62 is the floating value. So variable declared number variable number equal to 18.62. Next, exponential data. 1.786e24 is the exponential data. So the variable declared in number equal to 1.786e24 semicolon. Next, hexadecimal. OFBB is the hexadecimal data. So variable declaration $symbol number equal to OFBB semicolon. Next, binary data. Binary data is 0101 is the binary data. So number equal to 0101 semicolon. So these are the numeric literals. Next, string literals. String are the sequence of characters enclosed either in single quote or double quotations. Example, message equal to hi hello. Okay. Hi hello is the string data. Collection of characters are enclosed in quotations. So ending semicolon is declared. Okay. Message equal to hi hello. Next, array. An array can be defined as a variable that holds multiple values of a same type. In variable declaration, arrays starting @ symbol is used. @ array equal to 1, 2, 3. So this is the array data type. Next, statements. Control statements in Perl. There are two types of control statements, conditional statements and looping statements. Conditional statements are statements that can only be executed based on the fulfillment of a particular condition. Okay? Conditional statements are if statement, if else statement, else if statement. First, if statement. The if statement is executed only when the condition is true. This is the syntax. If you look at this, if condition starting open bracket, this block is used to write the statement block. So statements, and after condition is completed, close the if condition block. Okay. Example is a equal to 10. That means a value is 10 in variable declaration starting dollar symbol. Next, if condition start a modulo 2 equal to 0. For suppose if the condition is true, print the value a is even. Okay. And close the if condition. Next, open the notepad and write the program. After run this program in command prompt. Okay. So notepad is open. Next, type the program. First, variable declaration a equal to 10 semicolon, enter. After if condition start, if dollar symbol a modulo 2 double equal to 0. After if condition is start, open bracket, statement is print a is even. Okay. In statement ending semicolon. Next, if condition is closed, save the file, save as. My file is saved in desktop, so choose desktop. Folder name is OSS. So in my Perl programs are saved in OSS folder. Double click OSS folder. Next, file name is example1.pl. Okay. Save. File is saved. After open the command prompt. Go to search and open command prompt. First type cd space desktop. Because files are saved in desktop, folder name is cd space OSS. First change the directory. My files are saved in desktop OSS folder. So first change the directory cd space desktop cd space OSS. Enter. The file name is example1.pl. Press enter key. The output is here. If you look at this, a is even. Okay. This is the if statement. Next, if else statement. The if else statement is executed when the condition is true, and else statement is executed when the condition is false. Okay. If you look at this syntax, if expression, if condition open, so open bracket, block of statements right, and if condition is closed, next else block is open, statements, else block is closed. This is the syntax for if else statement. Next example is a equal to 5. A value is 5. If condition a modulo 2 equal to 0, for suppose I am giving the even number, print the statement a is even. Otherwise, print the else block, print a is odd. Okay, given number is even or odd is checking. Okay, next open the notepad. And write the program. So I am already write this program. If you look at this, a value is given. Next, if condition check, if the value is even or odd. For suppose if the value is even, print the if statement block, and the value is odd, print the else block. Okay. Next, file save as desktop OSS folder. Click. The file name is example2.pl. Okay. File is saved. After save this file, open the command prompt and run this program. File name is example2.pl. Okay. Press enter key. The output is here. If you look at this, 5 is odd. I am giving the a value is 5. 5 is odd number. So print the else block. Okay. Else block is print. Next statement, else if statement. All these statements execute the code only when the given condition is satisfied. Okay, syntax is if condition open, statements else condition close. Next, else if condition open, write the statements. Next, to close the else if statement. Next, else block open and write the statements, block of statement. Next, else block is closed. Okay, this is the else if statement syntax. Next, example. There are three variables are declared. One is a equal to 15, b equal to 7, c equal to 80. If condition start, check a greater than b. A value is 15, 15 greater than 7. If the condition is true or false, check. If the condition is true, then print 15, a is greater than b. That means 15 is greater than 7. Okay. Otherwise, else condition checked. A greater than c. That means a value is 15, greater than c value is 80. This condition is false. So, this block does not execute. That means does not print this statement. Okay. Next, else block check. The condition is true or false. A is less than b and c. If the condition is true, so this block is executed. Otherwise, this condition is false. This block is not executed. Okay. There are three conditions. First condition is true condition. So if block is executed, the statement is printf statement. A is greater than b. That means 15 greater than 7. So 15 greater than 7. This condition is true condition. So output print 15 is greater than 7. This is the output. Okay. Next, looping statements. Loop statements continuously execute a block of statements as long as the condition is true. The condition is false, the loop is exit. First, for loop, while loop, do while loop. For loop. The for loop iterates the statement or a part of the program several times. If you look at this syntax, for initialization, semicolon, condition, semicolon, increment or decrement. First, initialization. This part is executed first and only once it initializes and declares loop variables. Next, condition. The for loop executes till the condition is true. When the condition is false, loop execution stops and execution terminates out of the loop. Next, increment or decrement. The for loop variable increment or decrement as long as it satisfies the loop condition. When condition is not satisfied, loop terminates and output is printed. Okay. If you look at the syntax, for open code to be executed, close the for loop. Okay. Example is for a equal to 1. A value is 1. A less than or equal to 10. A plus plus. Print the a values. First value is 1. 1 less than or equal to 10. The condition is true and increment the a value. Next 2. 2 less than or equal to 10. The condition is true and print the a value. So up to 10 the a values are printed. Next a value, for suppose a value is 11. 11 less than or equal to 10. The condition is false. The loop is stopped. Okay. Next, open the notepad and write the program. After run this program in command prompt. First, open notepad. Okay. Notepad is open. Next, type the program. For first a value a equal to 1. A value is initialized. Next, condition a less than or equal to 10. Next, increment a plus plus. Okay. For loop is open. Print a values up to 10. Dollar symbol a slash n. Slash n is the next line. Next, file, save as, desktop. My folder name is OSS, double click. File name is for.pl. So, parallel programs are saved in .pl extension. Okay. Save. File is saved. Next, run this program. Open command prompt. So cd space desktop, enter cd space, folder name is OSS. So change the directory. After run this program, file name is fur.pl. Press enter key. The output is here. If you look at this, the 10 values are printed in this program. Okay, this is the first statement. Next, while loop. While loop will loops through a block of code as long as the condition is specified in the while statement evaluate to true. Okay, the syntax is while condition, while loop is open, code to be executed. This block is used to write the statement and the while condition is closed. Okay, after complete the code, condition is closed. Next, example. Number value equal to 10. One variable is declared. That variable is number value is equal to 10 and while loop start number value less than 12. First check this condition. Open the while loop. Print statement is number. Print the number value. Number value plus plus. Okay. If you look at this, number value is 10. 10 less than 12. True or false? Condition is true. So print the statement number value. So first print the value 10. Okay. Next number value increment. 10 value increment the 1. So value is 11. For suppose number value is 11. 11 less than or equal to 12. True or false? True. The condition is true. Print the value 11. Okay. Next increment the value. The number value is 12. Okay, check the condition. The value is false, so stop the loop. Okay. Next, open the notepad and write the program. If you look at this, first declare the variable number value equal to 10. One variable is taken. Next, while condition is number value. Num value means number value. Okay, less than 12. The condition is num value less than 12. Okay, start the condition. Open bracket. Statement is print number colon number value. Num value. Okay, so statement ending semicolon. Next, number value is increment. Num value is plus plus semicolon. Okay, close the while loop. So save this file. File, save as desktop OSS folder. Double click. Okay, file name is while.pl. Okay, save. After save this file, open command prompt and run this program. While.pl. Press enter key. Output is here. If you look at this, first number value is 10, next number is 11. Okay, two values are printed. Next, do while loop. Unlike for and while loop, the do while loop checks its condition at the bottom of the loop. So do while loop will execute at least once. Okay. If you look at the syntax, do, open, code to be executed, close the do and while condition. This is the example. A value is 10. Do while loop execution. Do, open. The statement print value of A values. A value is assigned A equal to A plus 1 semicolon and ending do statement while condition A less than 20. Okay. Next, open the notepad and write the program. After execute this program in command prompt. Next, notepad is open. I am already typed this program. A value 10. Do condition start. Print the statement and check the while condition. Next, file, save as desktop. My folder name is OSS. Double click. The file name is dowhile.pl. Okay, save. The file is saved. After run this program, open command prompt. File name is dowhile.pl. Press enter key. The output is here. If you look at this, value of A is 10, value of B is 11, value of A is 10, 11, 12, 13 and so on 19. Print the A values in up to 19. Okay. For suppose A value is 20, 20 less than 20, the condition is false, the loop is exit. Okay, this is the do while loop example program. So, thank you all for listening. Thank you.